Today, we dive into a war fought not in the streets, but in the mind, a battle between two forces that determine the trajectory of your entire life: the broke mindset and the millionaire mindset. These two ways of thinking are worlds apart, and the choice between them will either anchor you to mediocrity or launch you into greatness. The broke mindset thrives on excuses. It loves to say, if only I had better luck, more money, a supportive environment. This mindset feeds on the idea that life is happening to you, not for you. It sees obstacles as insurmountable barriers and quickly retreats at the first sign of difficulty. It's a voice in your head that whispers, stay where you are, it's safer here. But safety is the enemy of growth. Comfort zones are nothing more than velvet-lined prisons. People trapped in this broke mindset avoid risk like the plague. They crave comfort, not realizing that the comfort they cling to is the very thing keeping them stuck. They'd rather complain about their circumstances than step into the arena and take a chance on themselves. They waste time scrolling social media, binging shows, and indulging in fleeting distractions, all while the clock is ticking. The broke mindset believes there's always tomorrow, not understanding that every wasted moment is a missed opportunity. Even worse, the broke mindset is contagious. Misery loves company, and the broke surround themselves with people who reinforce their excuses and negativity. They sit around in echo chambers of self-pity, trading stories about why they can't succeed. They avoid growth and cling to the familiar because it's easier than facing the truth they're afraid to change. Now let's talk about the mindset of champions, the millionaire mindset. This is not about the size of your bank account. It's about how you think, act, and face the world. A person with a millionaire mindset doesn't see problems. They see puzzles waiting to be solved. Challenges don't intimidate them. They excite them. They know every obstacle is a stepping stone, an opportunity to learn, grow, and get closer to their goals. Time is the most valuable asset to someone with a millionaire mindset. They don't waste it. They invest it. Every hour is a building block, a chance to learn, to work, to build something meaningful. While others are distracted by entertainment, they're reading, strategizing, and networking. They understand that every moment counts, and they refuse to squander it. What sets the millionaire mindset apart is responsibility. They take ownership of their lives. When things go wrong, they don't look for someone to blame. They look in the mirror. They don't make excuses. They find solutions. Failure is not an end to them. It's a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. They view the world through a lens of abundance, while the broke mindset says, there's not enough. The millionaire mindset knows there's plenty to go around if you're willing to work for it. This mindset requires action, relentless, unapologetic action. It's not about talking or dreaming. It's about doing. Millionaires don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They don't hesitate, overanalyze, or procrastinate. They move, they execute, and they adjust along the way. But let me be brutally honest, adopting a millionaire mindset isn't easy. It's uncomfortable. It demands discipline, sacrifice, and relentless focus. It requires you to leave behind the excuses, the distractions, and the toxic people holding you back. It's not for everyone, and that's why not everyone wins. Here's the truth: every single day, you make a choice. You either feed the broke mindset or the millionaire mindset. You either cling to excuses or build solutions. You either waste your time or invest it in creating a life that's worth living. The world doesn't owe you anything. No one is coming to save you. It's on you to decide which mindset you'll adopt and how far you're willing to go to achieve greatness. Burn the excuses. Embrace the grind. Elevate your mindset, because that's where true wealth begins. Choose wisely. The broke mindset is easy, but the millionaire mindset, that's the path to freedom, power, and fulfillment. Risk and comfort are at the heart of this battle between mindsets. The broke mindset clings to comfort like a lifeline. It prioritizes the familiar and avoids anything that feels uncertain or challenging. People trapped in this mindset fear stepping outside their cozy bubbles because they're consumed by the thought of failure. They tell themselves, what if I try and it doesn't work out? Or what if I lose everything I have? These what ifs become chains that lock them in place, preventing them from ever taking meaningful action. Comfort is seductive. It feels safe and easy, but it's also the enemy of growth. A life spent avoiding risks is a life spent avoiding opportunities. The broke mindset doesn't realize that by avoiding risk, they're also avoiding the rewards that come from daring to step into the unknown. They stay in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, and routines that slowly erode their potential, all because they fear the temporary discomfort of change. On the other hand, the millionaire mindset thrives on calculated risk. It doesn't mean being reckless or gambling with everything you have. It means being bold enough to take the leap when the odds are in your favor. Millionaires understand that nothing great was ever achieved without risk. They know that discomfort is the price of progress. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" they ask, "What if I succeed?" This simple shift in perspective transforms their actions. The millionaire mindset isn't afraid to fall because it knows that failure is part of the journey. Every misstep is a lesson, a stepping stone to success. They embrace the grind and take risks not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. They understand that growth comes from pushing beyond what feels comfortable, from doing the things that others are too afraid to do. They see risk not as a threat, but as an investment in their future. In the battle of risk versus comfort, the broke mindset stays rooted in fear, clinging to what feels safe but leads nowhere. The millionaire mindset, however, embraces calculated risk, knowing that stepping into discomfort is the only way to reach new heights. The choice is clear: stay comfortable and stagnant or take the leap and grow. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever possess, and the way you treat it defines whether you have a broke mindset or a millionaire mindset. The broke mindset treats time as though it is infinite. It wastes hours, days, even years on distractions and trivial pursuits. Scrolling through social media, binge watching TV shows, playing video games, all these activities are indulged in without a second thought, as if time is something they can always get more of. They live as if tomorrow is guaranteed, putting off their goals and ambitions for some vague later that never comes. This is how time slips away unnoticed. And before they realize it, they're stuck, wondering where all those hours went. In stark contrast, the millionaire mindset treats time as sacred. Every second has a purpose. These individuals know that time, once spent, can never be recovered. They don't waste it, they invest it. Their days are carefully planned, their actions intentional, and their priorities clear. When others are wasting their evenings watching meaningless content, those with a millionaire mindset are reading books, learning new skills, or building businesses. They recognize that while money can be lost and regained, time is the one resource they can never replenish. The difference lies in understanding the compound effect of how time is used. A broke mindset looks at a single wasted hour and shrugs it off, thinking it doesn't matter. But those with a millionaire mindset see every wasted moment as a missed opportunity to move closer to their goals. They understand that success isn't built in a day, but in the consistent, disciplined use of their time over weeks, months, and years. 1 hour used productively today could lead to exponential growth tomorrow. People with a broke mindset also tend to spend their time on things that don't bring value to their lives. They prioritize entertainment over education, relaxation over productivity, and convenience over growth. They avoid the hard work required to turn their dreams into reality because it feels like too much effort. They are focused on instant gratification, what feels good now, rather than what will pay off later. This short-term thinking is why they remain stuck, chasing distractions while their potential goes unrealized. Meanwhile, those with a millionaire mindset are constantly asking themselves, how can I make the most of my time today? They prioritize tasks that drive results. They focus on activities that bring long-term rewards, even if those activities are difficult or uncomfortable in the moment. They delegate tasks that don't require their expertise, allowing them to spend their time on what truly matters. They are relentless about eliminating distractions and guarding their schedules because they know that time wasted is opportunity wasted. Ultimately, the difference between these two mindsets is that the broke mindset lives as though time is cheap, while the millionaire mindset knows it's priceless. The broke mindset squanders time, believing it has plenty, but the millionaire mindset treats every second like a seed, planting it, nurturing it, and watching it grow into something extraordinary. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you use your time. Make every moment count, because your future depends on it. Responsibility is the dividing line between those who stay broke and those who build wealth, not just financial wealth, but a wealth of character, influence, and impact. A broke mindset thrives on blaming external factors. It's always someone else's fault: the government, the economy, their upbringing, their boss, or even sheer bad luck. They walk through life with a victim mentality, convinced that the cards they've been dealt are unfair, and because of that, they refuse to play the hand at all. They tell themselves stories to justify their inaction, to explain why they are where they are and why things haven't worked out for them. This mindset is toxic because it removes power from their hands. If everything is someone else's fault, then they can't do anything to change their situation. They become passive spectators in their own lives, watching as opportunities pass them by, paralyzed by their own refusal to take responsibility. It's easier to point fingers than to look in the mirror, easier to complain than to take action. But that ease comes at a price. The longer they avoid responsibility, the longer they stay stuck in mediocrity. On the other hand, the millionaire mindset takes full ownership of every aspect of life. Those with this mindset know that while they can't control everything that happens to them, they can always control how they respond. They understand that success starts with the decision to take complete responsibility for their circumstances, their choices, and their future. When they fail, and they will fail as failure is an inevitable part of growth, they don't look for someone to blame. Instead, they ask themselves, what could I have done differently? What can I learn from this? They see failure not as a defeat, but as feedback. This ability to take responsibility for both success and failure empowers them to continuously improve, adapt, and ultimately succeed. The millionaire mindset doesn't waste time complaining. Complaints are a form of surrender, a way of saying, I have no power here. But those with a millionaire mindset reject that notion entirely. They refuse to give up their power. They don't wait for the perfect conditions, nor do they rely on external forces to save them. They act. They figure it out. Responsibility also extends to their relationships, their habits, and their goals. Millionaires know that the people they surround themselves with play a huge role in shaping their mindset and opportunities. If their circle is toxic, they take responsibility for stepping away and finding people who challenge and inspire them. They don't blame their upbringing or environment for holding them back. They take action to change it. Even in situations beyond their control, the millionaire mindset refuses to play the victim. They may face hardships, setbacks, or unfair circumstances, but they don't let those define them. They focus on what they can control, their attitude, their actions, and their mindset. They know that every decision they make today lays the foundation for their future, so they take that responsibility seriously. This is why responsibility is power. The broke mindset gives that power away by blaming others and making excuses, while the millionaire mindset seizes it by owning every aspect of life. Responsibility isn't just about taking the blame when things go wrong. It's about taking control so you can make things go right. If you want to transform your life, start by taking full responsibility for it. No one else is coming to save you. Your success is in your hands, and the sooner you embrace that truth, the sooner you'll begin to unlock your potential. The concept of scarcity versus abundance is a fundamental difference between the broke mindset and the millionaire mindset. People trapped in a scarcity mindset view the world as a zero-sum game where resources, opportunities, and success are finite. They believe that for someone else to win, they have to lose. This belief leads to jealousy, fear, and a constant feeling of inadequacy. They hoard what little they have, fearing it will run out, and they hesitate to share knowledge, connections, or opportunities because they believe it will diminish their own chances of success. This scarcity thinking is a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you believe there isn't enough to go around, your actions align with that belief. You become hesitant, overly cautious, and unwilling to take risks. You focus on protecting what you have rather than growing it. This mindset narrows your vision and blinds you to the possibilities around you. You miss out on opportunities because you're too busy worrying about losing what's already in your hands. The scarcity mindset also breeds negativity. It fosters resentment toward those who are more successful, creating a cycle of bitterness and envy. Instead of seeing successful people as proof of what's possible, the broke mindset sees them as threats or even enemies. This thinking isolates you from potential mentors, collaborators, and opportunities, further reinforcing the cycle of scarcity and stagnation. In contrast, the millionaire mindset operates on the principle of abundance. This mindset views the world as full of opportunities, resources, and possibilities. Instead of focusing on what they don't have, people with an abundance mindset focus on what they can create. They believe that success is not a finite resource. There's more than enough for everyone willing to work for it. This belief in abundance fuels confidence and action. When you see the world as abundant, you're more willing to take risks, invest in yourself, and share with others. You understand that giving doesn't diminish your own wealth. It amplifies it, whether it's sharing knowledge, mentoring someone, or collaborating on a project. People with an abundance mindset know that helping others succeed often leads to greater success for themselves. An abundance mindset also shifts your perspective on competition. Instead of fearing it, you embrace it. You recognize that competition isn't about someone else taking what's yours, it's about pushing yourself to be better. You learn from those who are ahead of you, use their success as motivation, and seek to create value that sets you apart. Abundance thinking transforms how you approach challenges. Where the scarcity mindset sees barriers, the abundance mindset sees opportunities to innovate and grow. When faced with setbacks, you don't think, this is the end. You think, how can I turn this into a new beginning? This resilience and creativity allow people with an abundance mindset to thrive in circumstances where others would give up. Importantly, the abundance mindset isn't about blind optimism or ignoring reality. It's about shifting your focus from limitations to possibilities. It's about believing that even if the resources you need aren't immediately available, you can find a way to create them. It's about understanding that success isn't about taking a slice of the pie. It's about baking a bigger pie. When you operate from abundance, you attract like-minded people. You build a network of individuals who inspire, challenge, and support you. This positive feedback loop creates even more opportunities, reinforcing the belief that the world is full of possibilities waiting to be seized. In the end, the choice between scarcity and abundance is a choice between fear and faith. Faith in your abilities, faith in opportunities, and faith in the idea that success is limitless for those willing to chase it. Break free from the chains of scarcity and embrace the mindset that the world has more than enough to offer to those who dare to dream, act, and believe. The distinction between a broke mindset and a millionaire mindset is starkly evident in how they approach learning and growth. A broke mindset often views education as something that ends when formal schooling does. Once they've completed high school or college, they stop actively seeking new knowledge or skills, believing they've learned all they need to navigate life. This static approach to personal development creates a mental plateau, leaving them unprepared for the ever-changing demands of the world. They often see growth as a chore or an unnecessary expense, choosing entertainment over self-improvement. This mindset fosters stagnation as they remain confined to what they already know, refusing to invest in their own potential. The broke mindset clings to the illusion that knowledge is fixed, avoiding challenges or opportunities that require them to learn something new. They might say, "I'm not good at that," or "That's not my strength," as an excuse to stay within their comfort zone. Instead of viewing failure or lack of knowledge as an opportunity to grow, they see it as confirmation of their limitations. This creates a self-fulfilling cycle where they remain stuck, unable to break free from their current circumstances. In contrast, the millionaire mindset embraces learning as a lifelong process. Those with this mindset understand that the world is constantly evolving, and to stay relevant and competitive, they must evolve with it. They actively seek out opportunities to learn, whether through books, courses, mentors, or real-world experiences. They don't view education as a cost, but as an investment in their future. Every new skill they acquire, every piece of knowledge they gain, becomes a tool they can use to create value and seize opportunities. The millionaire mindset thrives on curiosity and adaptability. When faced with something they don't know, they don't shy away from it. They dive in and figure it out. They believe that any skill can be learned and any challenge can be overcome with the right resources and effort. They aren't afraid to start as beginners because they know that mastery comes through persistence and practice. This willingness to embrace discomfort and tackle the unknown sets them apart from those who are paralyzed by fear of failure. Importantly, the millionaire mindset doesn't just focus on technical skills or knowledge. It also prioritizes personal growth. Emotional intelligence, communication skills, and leadership abilities are seen as equally valuable. They understand that success isn't just about what you know, but how you apply it and how you connect with others. They invest in self-awareness, mindfulness, and resilience, knowing that inner growth is the foundation of outward success. This mindset also understands the importance of surrounding oneself with people who challenge and inspire growth. They seek out mentors, join mastermind groups, and build networks of like-minded individuals. They recognize that being around those who are smarter, more experienced, or more successful forces them to level up their thinking and actions. They are not intimidated by others' success, but motivated by it, using it as a benchmark to aim higher. Failure, to those with a millionaire mindset, is not something to fear, but something to learn from. Each setback is a teacher, offering valuable lessons that can be applied moving forward. They don't dwell on mistakes or let them define their worth. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and come back stronger. This resilience and commitment to learning ensure that they are always growing, always improving, and always moving closer to their goals. The key difference is that while the broke mindset sees learning as a task or a burden, the millionaire mindset sees it as a privilege and a path to limitless potential. Growth is not something they do occasionally, it is a way of life. They understand that the more they know, the more they can achieve, and they are relentless in their pursuit of becoming the best version of themselves. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you view learning. Commit to growth. Embrace the process and watch as opportunities unfold before you. The company you keep has an undeniable impact on the trajectory of your life. And this is where the difference between the broke mindset and the millionaire mindset becomes crystal clear. Those with a broke mindset often surround themselves with people who reinforce their existing beliefs and behaviors. They gravitate toward individuals who validate their excuses, share their complaints, and co-sign their stagnation. These groups often bond over negativity, gossip, or shared struggles, creating a cycle where no one is motivated to rise above their circumstances. It becomes a collective echo chamber of mediocrity where ambition is mocked, risks are discouraged, and success is seen as either unattainable or unfair. This type of environment is toxic for growth. Instead of challenging each other to improve, these relationships hold each person back, ensuring that everyone remains in the same state of dissatisfaction. The broke mindset clings to familiarity, even if it's harmful, because it's easier to stay in the comfort of a like-minded group than to break away and seek better influences. They resist change because change would require effort and often isolation from the people who have been part of their lives for so long. On the other hand, the millionaire mindset is deliberate about surroundings. Those with this mindset understand that the people you associate with have the power to elevate or diminish you. They actively seek out relationships with individuals who inspire them, challenge them, and push them toward growth. These are people who have achieved success, possess knowledge and wisdom, and maintain a positive, forward-thinking attitude. The millionaire mindset thrives in environments where ambition is celebrated, not shamed, and where risks and achievements are part of the normal conversation. People with this mindset know that proximity to greatness rubs off. They surround themselves with mentors, peers, and networks that force them to level up. If they find themselves as the smartest person in the room, they look for a new room. They seek environments that challenge their thinking, introduce them to new perspectives, and force them to stretch beyond their current limits. The millionaire mindset also understands the value of cutting ties when necessary. They are not afraid to distance themselves from relationships that no longer serve their growth. This isn't about arrogance or disregard for others. It's about protecting their energy and focus. They know that toxic, negative, or stagnant relationships can drain their motivation and hinder their progress. This decisiveness is a hallmark of their commitment to success. They refuse to let anything or anyone stand in the way of their goals. Moreover, the millionaire mindset doesn't just take from their surroundings, they also contribute. They aim to add value to every relationship, knowing that giving is just as important as receiving. They support, uplift, and inspire others within their circle, creating a mutually beneficial dynamic where everyone grows together. This creates an ecosystem of success where shared ideas and collaborations lead to new opportunities and achievements. Ultimately, the difference lies in intention. The broke mindset passively accepts its surroundings even when they are detrimental, while the millionaire mindset actively cultivates an environment that fuels ambition and growth. The people you allow into your life shape your thinking, influence your habits, and determine your potential. If you want to elevate your life, start by elevating your surroundings. Choose to be around those who inspire greatness, challenge mediocrity, and push you to become the best version of yourself. Action is the ultimate separator between a broke mindset and a millionaire mindset. People with a broke mindset spend most of their time thinking, talking, and dreaming about what they want to do, but they rarely take meaningful steps toward achieving it. They become paralyzed by overthinking, waiting for the perfect moment to act. This inaction is often fueled by fear of failure of judgment, or even fear of success. They convince themselves that they need more time, more resources, or more information before they can start. As a result, they remain stuck in a cycle of procrastination, where their dreams remain just that, dreams. This mindset is plagued by excuses. They say things like, "I'll start when I have more money," or "I just need to figure out a little more before I take the first step." These excuses create a barrier between them and the life they desire. They focus on the obstacles rather than the opportunities, allowing doubt and hesitation to control their decisions. Their inability to act keeps them locked in the same patterns year after year as they watch others achieve the success they crave. In stark contrast, the millionaire mindset is rooted in relentless action. People with this mindset understand that waiting for the perfect moment is a trap because perfection doesn't exist. They know that action, even imperfect action, is the key to progress. They aren't afraid to make mistakes or face setbacks because they see those experiences as essential parts of the learning process. They believe that success is built through consistent effort, not through luck or ideal circumstances. The millionaire mindset doesn't sit around waiting for opportunities, they create them. They take initiative even when they don't feel ready. They are willing to start small, Knowing that momentum builds with each step forward, they embrace the idea that action leads to clarity, while others are stuck in analysis paralysis. They are out in the real world, testing ideas, learning from failures, and refining their approach. This willingness to act sets them apart and gives them a significant advantage over those who hesitate. Another hallmark of the millionaire mindset is the ability to take calculated risks. They don't act recklessly, but they are not afraid to take a leap when they see potential rewards. They understand that every great achievement requires some level of risk, and they are willing to step outside their comfort zones to pursue their goals. They weigh the pros and cons, make informed decisions, and then move forward without looking back. Action-oriented individuals also understand the importance of consistency. It's not about making one big move. It's about showing up every day and doing the work. Even when it's difficult or inconvenient, they don't rely on motivation, which is fleeting. Instead, they build discipline, which keeps them moving forward regardless of how they feel. This consistency compounds over time, creating momentum that propels them towards success. Importantly, the millionaire mindset knows how to pivot. They don't cling to plans that aren't working out of pride or stubbornness. If they take action and realize they're on the wrong path, they adjust and keep moving. For them, the act of doing is more important than waiting to get it perfect from the start. They understand that progress is a series of adjustments and improvements made along the way. The difference between the two mindsets is that one waits and one acts. The broke mindset waits for the right time, the right conditions, and the right opportunities, but those moments rarely come. The millionaire mindset takes the initiative, understanding that the right time is now, and the right conditions are the ones they create for themselves. If you want to change your life, stop waiting and start doing. Every small action brings you closer to your goals, and consistent action over time is what transforms dreams into reality. In the end, the battle between a broke mindset and a millionaire mindset comes down to choices. It's not about luck, background, or the cards you've been dealt. It's about how you play them. The broke mindset clings to excuses, fears failure, and settles for mediocrity. It waits for opportunities, blames circumstances, and avoids growth. On the other hand, the millionaire mindset thrives on responsibility, embraces learning, and takes relentless action. It sees challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and success as something that's earned, not given. The truth is, your mindset shapes your reality. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every belief you hold is either moving you closer to your goals or keeping you further from them. Adopting a millionaire mindset isn't just about making money. It's about taking control of your life, stepping into your power, and becoming the best version of yourself. You don't need a perfect start, endless resources, or external validation. What you need is the courage to take responsibility, the hunger to grow, and the discipline to act. Stop waiting for the world to change yourself. Stop dreaming about success, create it. The mindset you choose today will determine the life you live tomorrow. So decide now, will you stay stuck in the limits of a broke mindset, or will you rise to the infinite possibilities of the millionaire mindset? The choice is yours.